What is up, world? You are in tune to the Know It All broadcast with your usual suspects plus one today. We got a bet being paid off by Timothy Lyons, which will now go into the corner. Of course, he will go into the corner. He wanted to show you the.
I don't know if that's Timothy Lyons or not. That looked like the unknown fan. Yeah, that
it's,
look. Yeah, there he is. But
it's
he's
Timothy
unknown
Lyons.
fan.
He
Yeah.
definitely got to go do his corner time, and he's off to do that right now. Listen, we got a lot of things jumping in sports today and yesterday, man. Yesterday was dang near upset weekend, man, for college football, and we're gonna get into that. But hey, Tate, man, how you doing today, bruh? What's up, man? What's popping?
I'm doing all right, man. How y'all cats doing, man?
Hey, man,
I
I'm
know.
I'm I'm holding on. My heart ain't broke, but I'm just like, any given Sunday, it could happen, man. Cowboys done took a L. Is what it is. T, how you doing, man? What's poppin'?
Well, I feel real good today, man. I got a lot going on. We could get the nightcap jumping off, with the Steelers victory tonight. But the Buckeyes handling their business. And it's my birthday weekend, man. So
Yeah, man.
I got a
my
little
big brother
celebratory things jumping off here in a little bit. Thank you for
celebrating the
my
life of
family
my
already giving me the Nike official Nike Ohio dry fit outfit. I love it. I appreciate y'all already. So
celebrating the life of my big brother. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'll take the tags off. Pop the tag.
no,
Pop
never.
the tag.
I'm old
Pop,
school. We rock
pop,
tags.
you pop the tag. Get the tag off. Pop the tag. We
No,
not
we
doing
leave
it
the
no
tags
more.
on, dog.
We're not doing that no more. Listen, we like to ask you guys to do one thing for us, man. Make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit it. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube and Twitch so that when we go live, you will definitely get those notifications. Definitely we need for you guys to help us, man. We are working at getting past and getting to that 1,000 people subscribe list. We want to get there. We definitely want to get there, and we need your help. But before we get into it, man, we're definitely gonna jump into this. And we are back, you guys. Man, look, I need to say this. Here's the thing, and we're gonna start it off in college football. I definitely need to say this. We knew Dion wasn't gonna win every game. We just knew that, right? We said between us, I think we all agreed that he was gonna win at least 6 to 7 games. Yes, that Tate, I think you said the same, right?
6 to 8. Tate
You
wasn't
said the
music.
same, Tate, right?
Yeah.
Man, you know I said the same, man. It's y'all cats.
Yeah.
Pump y'all brakes.
No,
I said 6 to 8. What you talking
I
about?
said 6 to 7 wins. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
but both y'all was a little hype. Both y'all was a little hype because they won the first 3. I get it.
Yeah,
But they ran into a big time college football program yesterday.
absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. And it's facts. I agree with the way that Prime held it, and held it together. I agree with what he said. You better catch him now. You know what I'm saying? You better catch him now. This is the weakest.
They in the mix next year.
Yeah,
In the
yeah,
mix. All
yeah.
the way in the mix.
all the way, the way. And the sad thing about it is that you didn't get a chance to see him at full strength with Travis Hunter, and because he makes a difference. He's 2 players. He's the best receiver on offense and the go-to receiver on offense, and he's the best defensive back on defense.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes any. I just need to make sure that you guys know when we start talking about football, offensive line and defensive line makes all the difference. I don't care if you got the best quarterback in the world behind. If your offensive line is giving up 7 sacks, if your offensive line is giving up sacks, you're not going to win many games. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to protect your quarterback to be able to get some shots downfield and to be able to run the ball. So, G, what did you think about this loss at Oregon? Talk to me, man. How you feel about it?
I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I mean, I knew they was going to lose going to Eugene. I mean, it's too much hype. They ran into what I consider definitely a contender for the college football playoff, but that Pac-12 is loaded. But Colorado, and you hit the nail on the head. They don't have, Colorado definitely has a top-ranked offense, top-ranked defense, and they've recruited for the trenches, and they got a heck of a running game too. So the Buffs, man, are like, they're a little bit out of their league.
You mean Oregon?
Yeah,
Oregon.
Yeah, I'm saying Colorado. Oregon is, but Colorado's a little bit out of their league. They haven't recruited the trenches.
You said Colorado got a top running game and the trenches. You meant Oregon is what he's saying.
Yeah. Oregon can contend. Now that Pac-12, like I said, is off the hook. There's Washington State, Utah, USC, UCLA still ain't out of there.
There's 4 teams in the top 10.
Washington,
teams in the top 10, only one SEC team.
Yeah, it's legit going on out there. But the issue is going to be, like you said, you got to catch prime next year. Now, I will say this though, USC is fool's gold. I watched them last night. I watched them late play against Arizona State. Yeah. They ain't good, man. Now, Caleb Williams,
they good, Sean. But let's talk about it's the defensive side of the ball. But anyway, let's get back to it. Give me what you weigh in on this Oregon game, man. Tell me what you thought about the CU Oregon game.
Hey, mute.
Yeah.
The Colorado Oregon game, man, it's like what I expected. I mean, they could have put more on them if they wanted to.
Yeah, they could have.
I mean, they really could. I mean, Bo Nix was like, man, his passer rating was like off the charts.
Yeah.
I mean, I think far as the line go, I agree with you. The trenches, they got to beef them up, but Shador hold that ball too long though. And because the line allows pressure, he steadily drops back, thinking he can use thinking to use athletic ability to get away, but you can't do that against Oregon and the team. You might be able to do it against Colorado State. You can't do that against Oregon though, man.
Yeah.
They got NFL players.
Yeah, they do. They got NFL talent. And Tate, I totally agree with you. But who else do we know that held the ball kind of long like that, especially late in his career?
Brady.
Yeah.
He does play like a young Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's very efficient. He'll hold the ball. He's not going to throw interceptions.
Efficient. He's not going to throw interceptions. He's not going to make mistakes. Although he did throw one interception this game, he's not going to make those mistakes. I just think he's young in his development.
Yeah, he is. But see what I mean? He played like a young Tom Brady. Man, y'all need to cut it out.
He do.
I mean, it's a comparison.
Yeah, he do.
It's a comparison.
He do play like a young Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Shador is going to be a very good NFL quarterback. I'm not going to say he's great because you got to actually get out there and play in the league.
And you got to fall in the right spot
right now.
You got to fall in the right spot too, G. You can't
Shador is going to be a very good. Matter of fact, his daddy ain't going to let him. But he should go to the league after this year. His daddy ain't going to let him. But Shador is a first-round NFL draft pick at quarterback. He is. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. So, and he can help a lot of teams right now because there's some trash play in the league without a shadow without that quarterback.
Hey, and so when I look at it, man, another team that I feel like is flying under the radar, we're going to get to them, is Washington State. I got to tell you, I was very impressed.
I tried to tell you.
With Washington State. Very impressed. But let's talk about this Ohio State Notre Dame game. Bruh, listen, I know the coaches on Notre Dame right now are kicking themselves. 2 plays with 10 people on the field. 2 plays. And Ohio State won a grudge match. And, of course, I think it was a great game. But I'm going to tell you the truth, man. When it comes down to it, bro, how does that happen? Tell me how that happened where you got 2 plays with 10 people on the field.
I think Notre Dame just switched it up so much defensively, and Marcus Freeman, they switched it up so much defensively that it can be some confusion. It's loud there. I mean, it's uncalled for. I mean, you can't allow it to happen in such a big game, but that's how it can happen.
Yeah. G, did you see it when it happened, man? Or
Absolutely. Okay. They had the 10 on the field for the play before where they stopped them. But then when they came out of the timeout, they had 10 on the field again. And I actually saw Marcus Freeman try to signal a guy in to go in. But guess what would have happened if they'd have done that? They'd have got a penalty. And that would have moved the ball to the inch line. And that's what me and Tate talked about off camera last night. That at that point, Ohio State could have just done the push and just put Kyle McCord in the end zone because you're at the inch line, which is settling something moving forward. Because in my opinion, the game shouldn't have been that close. They were down within that 10-yard line 2 times and couldn't punch it in. They walked away with 0 points. But hats off to Notre Dame. They played a great second half. They went into halftime and made some adjustments. But that first half, Ohio State was tripping.
Hey, G.
Yes, sir.
Today not your birthday.
It's Tuesday.
They celebrating it this weekend. My birthday is Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see happy birthdays in the chat. I'm like, today ain't that Joker birthday.
Yeah. It's celebratory. This is the only time all my family's gonna be all at one place because it's the weekend. Everybody's all off to school and college and doing all stuff and traveling everywhere. So everybody wanted to get together and do it this weekend.
You get some cake?
Maybe. I don't know I know I got a good meal upstairs waiting on me, but I don't know what else is up there. I want to be surprised.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, look.
Look who came out the corner. Tim, just in time to see the sign.
The corner time is over with. Go get to it. Running through the jungle. B Dirt said too many quarterbacks coming out this year. Sanders better off staying for one more year. I agree. And Claude Bishop says agree. B Dirt. I want to say hello to Afton, Kari, of course Timothy, who's here with us. And everyone else who's in the chat.
Claude over there with us.
Get them algorithms up.
Get the algorithm. Make sure you hit the like button. Look, Tim, thank you. Thank you for showing Big G how to pay off a debt. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's done.
Thank you for doing it. No, we appreciate you, man, for coming in and definitely doing your corner time. But talk to us, Tim, man. How you doing? Talk to us.
I'm doing good. I'm not as sad as I was yesterday. That last minute of the game kind of, I was like, what are you guys doing? Why are you playing soft coverage? What are you guys doing? And in the end, OSU pulled it off. And, here I am. You got to sit in the corner for 10 minutes.
That was a good game.
It really was.
A very good game.
And it was.
So I asked them a question. Tim. Did you see it real time when it was happening that Notre Dame had 10 players on the field?
I think my whole neighborhood knew that I knew it was happening because I was screaming, you got 10 people on the field, 10 people on the field. There's nothing you can do about it, because as soon as they try to get that 11th personnel on the field, it's going to be a penalty.
Facts.
That's all there is to it.
But it was for two plays, Tim. They did it twice in a row.
Well, you know what? If Notre Dame defense would not have played soft coverage that last minute, it might have been a different outcome. But unfortunately, the team that scores the most points wins the game, and it wasn't Notre Dame.
If they didn't play that soft defense, Marvin Harrison would have bust their head.
Yeah, I was hoping.
They had Marvin on lock all night.
He was on a bad wheel, though. He was on a bad wheel. I thought he was actually not going to come. I guess they hit him with that Novocaine, man, because I'm going to tell you, I thought he was done for the night.
But you know what, though? And people can say whatever. We watched the game, watched the whole thing. There was some shade tree stuff going on over there in South Bend. I ain't dogging Notre Dame out, but that's just how it's always been, man. There was a lot of holding because they held Marv and Emeka Buka the whole freaking night. They was clever.
Hey, man, they called that game the same way on both sides. It was a physical defensive game. I ain't gonna say there was no shady stuff going on. It was just
how we get, bro. That's how they get out.
Agreed, Tate. I agree. G like to say that, man.
Bias. Hold your bias sign up for yourself.
Hold it up on yourself.
That's not bias.
Hold it up on yourself.
Tim, let's ask a Notre Dame fan. Tim, was Notre Dame defensive backs holding the wide receivers for Ohio State for the most of the game?
You know what? I'm not going to deny it. Yeah, they were handsy the whole time. You know, but it was.
But both teams were getting away with. Is all I'm saying.
They were, and you're absolutely correct as well, Tate. It was handsy on both sides. Some calls didn't get played, or some penalties didn't get called. You know, it was a great game. That's all I can say. I ain't gonna sit here and say anything else. It was a great game.
Right, and when it's handsy on both sides, you can't say bias. You say that the refs are just letting them play. And I heard that. I heard the announcers saying that all night. The refs were just letting them play, and they did. They let them play.
I will say this too, and I mean this because y'all know I love college football. Notre Dame might not lose another game the rest of the way.
No, they might not.
Notre Dame might win out.
I doubt that they do, and I said that to you.
Notre Dame.
I said that to you yesterday, last night.
But
they're gonna pop Clemson. They're gonna pop USC.
But the thing, I agree with you, but they're gonna be hurt because they don't play in the conference. And you got all the Pac-12 teams. If Georgia stay undefeated, and whoever won the SEC championship going, whoever won the Pac-12 championship going, whoever won the Big 12 championship going, and you got the ACC and Big 12. Texas right now look like it's gonna get it out of them. So Notre Dame gonna be hurt because they don't have a conference.
I don't know. There's a lot of football to be played, and if I had to pick a team that I knew for sure just might not lose another game, Notre Dame's the team. No, if I had to pick a team, because they battle tested.
But it don't. If you lose another game, Big G, and you in the Big Ten, Ohio State or Michigan can win the Big Ten championship.
And then
Georgia can win the SEC championship.
Yeah, and Texas can win the Big 12. So what he's saying is because they're not in a conference. Listen, G, listen.
Yeah.
What he's saying is because they're not in a conference, they don't have the opportunity to benefit from playing a conference championship game or playing somebody else that is of a top tier to get themselves back in the rankings. So he's not saying that they don't have a shot. He's just saying that they're at a disadvantage and they have to go the long way to make.
So I will say this: that the Big Ten and the SEC and the Pac-12, if they have a one-loss or undefeated champion, yes. But if the ACC and Big 12 champion is not undefeated and Notre Dame runs the table, there's an argument. There's an argument. There's a huge argument. That's what I'll say. Because that means that Texas has got to lose to a lesser team. That's what that means.
What if Ohio State lose to Penn State, but then went out and beat Michigan, win the Big Ten championship? They got one loss.
So what happened? The SEC and Big Ten is in.
Oh, okay.
SEC and Big Ten is in no matter what.
Pac-12 not in?
But maybe we'll see. We'll see within the next 2 weeks. We'll see within the next 2 weeks what's jumping off with the Pac-12. But
we'll check it out.
But the ACC, if Florida State drop a game to somebody they ain't supposed to drop to, and if Texas drop a game that they ain't supposed to lose, and Notre Dame went out, there's an argument.
Well, you got to think about it. There's 3 teams in the Big 12 that are in the top 25. So, I mean, you say what you want to say. If Oklahoma beats Texas and wins out the rest of the way, Oklahoma's still there.
That's undefeated, though.
If Kansas beats both Texas and you don't know.
I said a one loss.
Okay, but even with one loss, if they win the conference, they're going over Notre Dame. It is what it is.
I don't know about that.
They're in a conference. They're going to be rewarded for being in a conference, and they're going to have to play another big name team to get out the conference championship to go to a bowl game. So I'm telling you.
So Notre Dame fans should really cheer for the Buckeyes right now, because that means that the Buckeyes will finish in the top 4, and then Notre Dame will, if they win out, they will have the best loss. Their loss will be to a top 4 team. That's a huge argument.
In a 3-point game. In a 3-point game.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Notre Dame, every Notre Dame fan should be a Buckeye fan.
I hear what you're saying, G. What me and Tate are saying, that they don't benefit from being in a conference.
I don't know about that.
They don't benefit. They don't benefit. That's clear as day. I ain't saying they can't do it, but they don't benefit.
Yeah. All right. So listen, we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna go ahead and hit this. I'll talk Texas for 1 second, but let's wrap up with Tim. Tim, man, you got anything you want to plug before you get out here, man?
No, not really. Just catch B Dirt and I and Justin Lacey and Chase Younce on Running Through the Jungle. Thank you guys so much. All I gotta say is go Irish and Houday.
No, you gotta say go Bucks too. You need us now.
That was not the bet.
Tim. Be a fan.
Nope, that was not the bet.
All right, Tim, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for paying your time, man. We holla at you. Yeah, man. When I'm saying what I'm saying, G, we're looking at the Texas team, and let's talk about Texas versus Baylor real quick. We popped Baylor. I think it was 38-6.
Baylor tire fire.
We went out and we beat a team we were supposed to beat. You know what I'm saying? And that is what it is. And that's hard in football. You have to stay focused to beat a team that you're supposed to be, especially when it's the goodbye tour in the conference. You know, we beat A&M when they left to go to SEC, and I think every team in the Big 12 right now is gunning to beat Texas and Oklahoma. But you know what I would love to see? I'm gonna say this, and then I will go over the 25 rankings. I would love to see Texas versus Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship as a final forget you to the Big 12 commissioner, because that would just rub him the wrong way. Both teams are going out on top, you know, as the Big 12 contenders in the top of the Big 12. I would just love to see that.
But I don't think neither one of those teams want that, because they already play each other once in the regular season. So the only way it affects it is if it's a revenge game. So if the team that lost wins, then yeah, you would want to play that. But if Texas beats Oklahoma, they don't want to play Oklahoma again in the Big 12 championship game. That'll mess them up.
It ain't about what they want to do. I'm just hoping that it happens. You know what I'm saying? Because it literally ain't about what they want to do. But let's check it out. Top 25, man. Let's look at it. We got Georgia number 1, Michigan number 2. That's who I don't think deserves to be number 2, but okay, we'll take that. I literally think Ohio State and Texas need to be above them. But you have Texas at number 3. You have Ohio State's number 4. You have Florida State number 5. Penn State. Woo.
Dogs.
Penn State number 6. Washington number 7. Hey man.
Dogs.
That Michael Penix Jr. He was a
He's
killer
at
Indiana though.
He's the Heisman.
He was a killer at Indiana.
Yeah.
USC at number 8.
Goal.
Oregon moves up 1 to number 9. Utah moves up 1 to 10. Notre Dame falls to number 11 ahead of Alabama. LSU, and then Oklahoma at number 14. North Carolina at 15. Washington State. Listen, Washington State's quarterback is really good.
I tried to tell y'all. I told y'all King was a dog. I told you.
Yeah, he's really good. And then we got Duke at number 17. Miami at the U at 18. Oregon State 19. Ole Miss, who lost to Alabama yesterday, at 20. Tennessee at 21, Florida 22, Missouri, surprising,
4-0.
at 4-0, at 23, Kansas at number 24, and Fresno State at 25. Tay, you have any surprises in there? Anything that like shocks you in that top 25?
I don't know where you said they was at. I still think if they went out, LSU still can make some noise.
They're at 13.
I really like Jaden Daniels. I mean, you know, they got to play Alabama and Georgia or the SEC schedule. They still can make some noise.
No Georgia. No Georgia.
Georgia?
No Georgia.
Okay, but still, they play the rest of the team. Whoever they got playing the SEC, they can still get to that championship game and win it. And like Big G said, one loss, they in. That one loss was the Florida State first game of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Any one-loss champion from the SEC or Big Ten is automatic.
Any surprises for you in that top 25?
Yeah, I think USC is ranked too high. I think that they're hanging around, and they don't deserve to be ranked in the top 10. I think that matter of fact, USC's a defensive coordinator. They need to go on and send him to the bench. Don't get rid of him, man. He got to go, dog. He is trash.
Okay.
They killed him. Arizona State could have won that game. He's horrible, dog.
The thing is, it all take care of itself. By the time the season over, USC gonna have about 3 losses.
You're right.
It might start Saturday.
Yeah, right. I mean it could, but
Deion Prime might get him.
Utah gonna pop them. UCLA could pop them. Washington gonna pop them.
Notre Dame gonna get them too.
The 3 losses.
Yeah.
Easy.
Get them out of here.
Evie, switching gears, you guys, man, we'll go ahead and get to pro football. Listen, this was kind of an upset Saturday, bro. An upset Sunday. The Texans beat the Jaguars. Oh my God. Who expected that? I didn't.
No, I picked the Texans on my weekly sheet, but
sure did.
It don't surprise. I think the Jaguars not as real as we thought they was.
Yeah.
Wow.
They Jekyll and Hyde just like they was last year.
Really were.
We've been saying that.
You're really right about that, G.
The Colts are on top of that division.
Wow.
Facts.
Wow, that's what's crazy.
And the Baltimore Ravens is fool's gold. I'm trying to tell y'all they ain't for real.
It's not fool's gold, G.
That's
real. But we gonna get to it.
They ain't good.
You jumping everywhere, G. You jumping everywhere, man.
Because we talking about the 2 games with the biggest upsets, Baltimore, right, and Dallas.
Yep.
Yes.
Both teams lost to Josh Dobbs and Garner Minshew.
Trash.
Crazy.
Fire. Garbage. Whatever the heck you want to call them. They boo-boo. Get them out of here.
So we had the Giants beat the Giants got beat by the 49ers on Thursday. The Lions lost 20-6. Of course, we always go Detroit against everybody.
The Lions won.
No, did I say they lost?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Lions won 20-6 against the Falcons. We always go Detroit against everybody. The Chargers eked one out against the Vikings, barely.
They need to fire their coach too.
28-24. The Saints lost today, and I thought the Saints had it, but the Packers actually came back. That was a pretty good game.
He missed a 46-yard field goal basically at the buzzer, but Derek Carr ducked a major injury. Derek Carr could have been gone. His shoulder was jacked up.
Yeah. The Texans, of course, beat the Jaguars 37-17. Wow.
CJ Stroud out there balling.
Oh my God, he balling. Listen, and Tank Dell. We were all right about Tank Dell. If y'all remember our last special.
Yep.
Hey, he's just as good, if not better, than Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
Who, Tank Dell? Oh yeah.
Tank Dell.
Nico a dog too. Nico Collins a dog too. He's a dog.
Yeah. That Tank Dell is something else. He's special.
Yeah.
He's special. But now to the Broncos got 70 points hung on them, bro. This is a professional football team. You see 40, 50-point games, but 70?
It was the first time since 1966 that an NFL team scored 70 points in a game. That is facts. However, don't buy the hype for the Miami Dolphins. My little brother, Junior, tried to call me earlier telling me Miami's the best team in the NFL. No, they ain't. Tua is good in September. His record's 8-2. Go look and see what his record is in December, and really go look to see what's going on in January. He ain't all that. But and when Miami got to start traveling and playing the cold, they ain't gonna be out there killing teams like how they killing teams.
When your brother, whoever tell you that, don't it mean right now in the moment? Because right now in the moment, they're the second best team behind the 49ers.
He talking about Super Bowl for the Dolphins, and I'm saying it's fool's gold. Ain't no way.
Listen, here's what I need to tell you. Tua threw for 309 and 4 tutties.
So,
but Devin H. rushed for 203. So they rushed for 400 and threw for 400. Basically,
but who they play?
They had 800 yards total offense.
Bro, almost 700 some change.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense, Tate. Devin H. ran for 203 yards.
Tate, Mostert almost ran for 100
carries. Yeah, and
Mostert almost had 100.
Mostert had 82. It's crazy.
4 touchdowns too.
It's crazy. So here's my point. Here's my point. As we see Max Crosby run out on the field, talking cash like Max Crosby does.
Trash.
What I'm gonna say is the Dolphins, bro. You've got to say that right now they're playing at a high clip. They're playing at a high clip, and you can't just null and void what they're doing. You can't do that, bro.
They're gonna lose to the Buffalo Bills next week, and in 2 weeks they're gonna lose to the Philadelphia Eagles. Put it on your calendar.
And they played the Kansas City in Germany, so they gotta play some tough teams.
Yeah,
but they ain't Dallas at the end. But they ain't trash, and they're the best team right now in the AFC.
Yeah.
They ain't better than Kansas City.
Right now, they
look it, bro.
Listen, Andy Reid had them slow up. Andy Reid had 35 at halftime on Chicago. And he was like, it don't even matter no more, dog. It don't even matter no more.
Which, by the way,
Denver would beat Chicago.
Look, by the way, what I'm doing, I'm gonna let you know, I'm sitting Justin Fields. He's gone. I already got Geno Smith.
Justin Fields to the bench.
Hey, Mod. I'm with you. I had to worry about it. So I was able to pick up Deshaun Watson in our league that G-Gray got 0-3 in.
Maybe.
And I was able to pick up Tua. Somebody had Tua out there. I put Tua scored 51 points for me today.
What?
Yeah, somebody was slipping on Tua.
Listen, man, he's gone, man. I'm just gonna go on and start Geno for the rest of the year, man. It is what it is. You know.
Hey, you cut him?
No, I ain't cut him yet.
Okay,
he's going
Justin Fields. They need to trade Justin Fields. Justin Fields needs to get traded.
Somebody got to
want him. He's not going to work out in Chicago. Atlanta. Send him to Atlanta.
I don't know. Is it the offensive coordinator or is it Justin Fields?
He don't have no faith in the coaching staff.
No, but let's talk about this.
He don't want to be there.
Is it the coordinator or is it Justin Fields?
No, he doesn't want to be there. He does not want to be there, dog.
It's both. Telling you, he don't. Answer your question. Mine's both.
You think it's both?
Justin Fields holds on to the ball way too long.
Facts.
He don't see plays. He's still at that place in his maturation where he throws to guys that he sees open and don't anticipate them coming open.
Yeah.
I understand.
But they need to trade him, though.
Understand.
They need to trade him.
I got it. And then we'll just keep going. The Brownies, they're 2-1, man. They beat the Titans. The Bills hammered the Commanders. The Ravens lost 22-19.
Fool's goal. I'm telling you.
And then the Patriots won over the Jets 15-10. I think the Jets need to go ahead and give up on Zach Wilson.
There's another quarterback, Kirk Cousins. They need to go on and trade for him.
Man, at this point, they 1-2 though.
Who is? The Jets.
But their defense is playing good enough to keep them in every game offensively. And if you see, offensively at this point, you're not seeing Zach with the ability to move the ball, man. He got to move the ball.
I agree with you. I just was on the Kirk Cousins talk. Like one time, I maybe thought they may as well just put their head in the Drake May Caleb Williams sweepstakes at this point.
A whole season,
but then if you do that, you're saying that you gave up totally on this Aaron Rodgers thing.
Aaron Rodgers signed a 2-year deal. You draft them, let them play behind Aaron Rodgers for 1 year. You give Aaron Rodgers a shot next year. You know what I mean?
So I think you go get a quarterback on lease. I think you find somebody out there.
Kirk Cousins
on lease. No, you can't get Kurt on lease. You're gonna.
Why not? He doesn't have a contract for next season.
Yeah, he's only this is last year on his deal.
He doesn't have a contract. You trade for him now. You trade
an asset.
A 4th-round pick or a 3rd-round pick.
3rd or 4th. That'll get it done. And his money off the books.
Yeah.
For Minnesota. Yeah. And now Minnesota being a sweepstakes.
Facts. Yeah. Kirk Cousins throwing for 400 and they can't win. That's ridiculous.
Hey, but he mismanaged that clock at the end of the day's game, though.
He did. But that interception, man, was fluky. It got tipped twice.
It was fluky, but because they was rushing Big G. If he had clocked it when they first got that first down inside the 7-yard line, they could have took their time and ran 3 good plays.
That is facts. Right. That is good facts, Tate. Good facts. I'm feeling that.
The Seahawks beat the Panthers 37-27. The Chiefs beat the Bears 41-10, and Taylor Swift was at the game watching her boo up in
Kelsey a dog, man. Kelsey, I just gotta say, Kelsey a dog, man. Kelsey is a dog.
I'm gonna tell you, he need to get rid of that stash. Y'all know what I call that stash, man. He need to get rid of that. He need to get rid of it.
Hey, Big G.
Yeah.
The homie Claude Bishop out here talking about I'm in a fancy league with no competition, man.
Wow.
Where he at? What league he in?
I don't know, but he said it's laughable. I need some real competition, as if you and Pay and B Dirt and all y'all ain't real competition.
Wow.
He ain't in none of our fantasy league.
Well, Claude said
Claude would get punished in our fantasy
league is laughable. You need some real competition. I mean,
I didn't. Hey, Claude, I was last place. I was a bum first time ever, but I was a bum.
He was a bum.
Hey, Claude, you're shooting your normal, so you're gonna get your normal sign, dog. Keep shooting your normal. Go and take you a lap, Claude. Go and get a lap in. Go ahead.
Tim Lyon said Kelsey drives a van with no windows.
He do one of them old school Flower Child bands, man, dog.
Hey, man.
Scooby-Doo band.
Is Mike McDaniel the best play caller in the league right now?
Yes. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yes.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
We need somebody from his tree to come to Steelers land.
I agree.
I want somebody from his tree. Let's get
It was some breaking news in Steeler Nation, though. I saw about an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago, that Matt Canada is going to be more involved with Kenny Pickett, more so than Mike Sullivan, the QB coach. He's going to have a more direct line with Kenny Pickett, and they're going to work together to try and get this thing right.
Man,
so we'll see.
Yeah, if he don't, get him out of there, dog. Get him out. Get him up and out. He needs to prove it.
Afton said that he drives the mystery machine.
He do. he do.
And then the game that we just saw, man, that I couldn't believe. But hey, man, any given Sunday, and it's like I told you about the offensive line. Offensive line can't get it done. I don't care who you got back at quarterback and running back. It does not matter, especially in the NFL. The Cowboys lost to the Cardinals 28-16. Go ahead, G.
The Dallas Cowboys need to trade for a running back. They need to trade for a running back.
I was actually impressed with Rico, whatever his name is.
Rico Dowdell and Tony Pollard had 100 yards rushing. I don't get what you're saying.
He averaged about 6 yards a carry tonight.
Well, so was Dak out there doing what Dak do?
Dak, he had a good game to the end. He had a decent game. But here's the thing. Like I said, I don't care what you do as a quarterback if your line ain't blocking. It doesn't matter.
I do agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. So,
but they're not doomsday either. Without Diggs is really that thing, man. And without him, their defense looks suspect.
They didn't pass for nothing, man. Don't know. Malik Hooker gave it up. He gave it up like twice. I mean, he gave it up real bad. Missed coverages.
Diggs is so good that he knows where everybody else is supposed to be.
Come on.
And so now you don't have that voice. And because listen, I just saw a thing with Ray Lewis, and it was so true. Ray Lewis said top-notch defenses are yelling and screaming at each other because they can see what's going on. If you watch the Cowboys today, there wasn't a lot of communication going on out there.
It was communication issues. We did have them. But you know who the quarterback is for our defense?
Who?
LVE, Wolf Hunters,
he was looking trash today.
The quarterback. And they did. They would look all discombobulated. They were out of sorts. But I'm just gonna tell you, when you have an emotional week like that, there's no excuses. You got out there and you took a butt whooping. Hopefully this will wake them up. If it don't wake them up,
who they got next week?
Yeah, next week I think we got the Chargers.
Ooh, that's a good game.
That's a big game. That's a good one. Your boy coming back to town, or y'all going to LA?
Yeah, the Patriots. Excuse me. I'm sorry. We got
Patriots. That's right.
That's a big game. Zeke had almost 100 today. Look out. Zeke had almost 100. Look out.
Hey, man, well, I will say Arizona, man, we thought was going to be the worst team. They're not the worst team.
No, they're not.
They played all NFC East teams. They played the Commanders close. They should have beat the Giants up 28-0.
Facts.
And they played the Cowboys. They gave the Cowboys some work today.
Facts.
And Big G, James Conner is still better than Najee Harris right now.
Oh my God.
Fact.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say that. But because here's what I gotta say, man. I don't think it's Najee's fault. I really don't.
It's Matt Canada.
Yeah, I think they don't scheme him right. They don't scheme him open. All I see is him plunging into the middle of the defense. I see no outside tackle runs at all. You know what I'm saying?
I just said the other day they need to cut that out because he don't have the speed to get to the outside. He needs to run in between the tackles, more traps, more counters.
More traps and counters. I take that. But why not run them? They're not running them at all. They're not scheming him into the offense right, if you ask me.
If Najee don't ball tonight, he going to the bench. Because
they already said that Pickens gonna get more work on his plate, and Jaylen Warren is too, because they just more juice. It's just more juice.
Yep. If Najee don't ball tonight, to the bench he go.
So do we think that Matt Canada's the problem?
Yes. I would say 75% Matt Canada.
I say 60, 40. 60. It's not that much. I mean, the whole offense ain't been executing is the word. They haven't been executing.
Yeah.
So I think, but we've seen what San Francisco has done defensively, and we've seen what Cleveland did against the Bengals, against us, and today against the Titans. Two great defenses, probably 2 top 5 defenses.
Absolutely.
That's not tonight with the Raiders.
Yeah. We're gonna kill them boys. We don't score 28. If we don't score 28 plus,
I don't like it. That jinxes teams, man.
It ain't no believing no jinx. They gonna go out there and ball 31-17. Put it on your calendar.
We got 6 minutes left. I want to get through these comments. After said they're using Najee inappropriately and not giving him any support. Claude said Connor fumbled too much for him. Afton said Najee would kill for the Browns O-line. Yes, absolutely. Sure would. If he was behind that Browns offensive line, he'd be doing it. Timothy Lyons, 50% Canada, 40% offensive line, 10% KP. I agree with that. I don't think KP can stomach some of that, man, because again, I just think the offensive coordinator for Pittsburgh, he needs to be replaced. Period. It's been throws that was there that Kenny Pickett missed. Several throws already this season that he missed. And it's been guys schemed open and he don't hit them. So, first and foremost,
I'm in here talking about the Browns.
I want to say what's up to Emma. First time. I've never seen her here. First time. What's up, Emma? How you doing? Thank you for your comment. Browns, baby. That's what she said. Browns, baby.
Browns, baby.
Yeah, man.
Trash.
Honestly, let's get to it. Let's get to your parting shots, G, man. Talk to me, man. What do you want to see coming out of the Pittsburgh camp tonight? I need to know.
I don't want to see but one thing and one thing only, the dub. I want to see a victory, man. That's what I need to see tonight out of Pittsburgh. I don't care how we do it. It would be nice to see Najee kill it. I think that they need to hit the tight ends, definitely, because 12 personnel is our advantage. We got 3 of the best tight ends in the whole freaking NFL as far as a unit. So we need to play 12 and get the dub. That's what I want to see tonight with Pittsburgh. However, I got to say my parting shot, man, right here and right now. Coach Day, man, I'm all in on you, dog, because you had them boys fired up and had them playing with passion. I've been at you talking about this, that, and this. I'm all in with you, Coach Day. I'm never not saying nothing about nothing else about Coach Day. He sealed the deal with me, man. And listen, Coach Day is the truth, man, as far as a coach. He proved it, and we won in Notre Dame, was what we were supposed to do. That's what I'm saying.
Can I say something real quick? You get too emotional, man. You get too emotional. No, because I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna say. If he loses to Michigan, you need to fire Ryan.
No, I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not.
We need to come on, man.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not. I'm telling you right now. Coach Day did exactly what he was, and it's about time he had some passion jumping off. Man, if you saw he was fired up in the locker room and fired up after with the post-game thing, he's sick of it, man. Everybody say Ohio State is soft. Ohio State is not soft, dog. Ohio State had one bad half against Michigan 2 years ago. They're not soft. Did he blow some games? Last year we blew it against Michigan. He didn't blow it against Georgia. That was just one of the best college football games in history. So get off the Coach Day, fire Coach Day train. Coach Day is that dude, dog. Leave him alone.
B-Dirt said Big G don't believe that. He's just trying to get field passes.
I got him already. I already got him.
Take boy, man. Holla at us, man. Part shots. What do you expect to see tonight from your squad?
I expect to see better offensive efficiency. I expect them to score 24 points. Offense scored 20. I said 27. Stick with 27. 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals. But for my parting shot, I was actually going to go opposite of Big G. I think Ryan Day is a good coach. He's not the best coach for Ohio State, man. Them boys been getting softer and softer since Urban Meyer left. Big G, when it's fourth and 1, and you try and run a jet sweep, when Notre Dame had what was the second half, probably had about 25 minutes of time of possession because you can't get off the field defensively because you can't stop the run. Man, them boys just play a softer brand of football, man. I mean, they got the juice. Travion Henderson going 62 yards. That's juice. Abuka he's an NFL receiver. Getting open in the zone, that's because they got the juice. But they mentality, man, I'm glad that he ran on that last play of the game. But some of them other calls that he was doing, and that's why that's why Michigan's beat us the last 2 years, man. Because when they get in big games like that, I'm glad they won. That was a character builder right there. Yeah. Last night's game was, so it could turn them around. You know what I mean? But I'm disappointed. He showed up the last series. JT showed up the last series. Yeah. And Jack Sawyer. Them boys 5-star edge rushers. They couldn't get no pressure on Sam Hartman last night.
0 sacks. 0 sacks from the edge.
I mean, I'm glad I liked what he said post game about Lou Holtz and Ohio against everybody, and I love my kids and they show heart. They did show heart. Yeah. But you know what I mean? But they didn't really play tough until that last series, defensively and offensively. But hey, I'm not going nowhere. But if Ryan Day lose, and I said to you the other day, you said, yeah, right now. You could buy Dion out. Let's do it.
Yeah. No, listen. Now listen, I love Ryan Day. But if we could get Prime down there in Columbus, yeah, dog, I'm riding with that, dog. I'm riding with that, man.
Let's do it.
Well,
yeah, that makes a difference.
Roderick Simpson says Steelers are going down tonight. You know,
he's a hater. Get your Junior. You know what?
Ain't Rod a Cowboy fan?
Yeah, you get to kicking rocks. You get to kicking rocks.
Ain't he a Cowboy fan too?
Just kick some rocks.
So misery just enjoy company, Big G. That's all that is.
That's why he got the kick rocks.
You know, here's the deal. Tonight, I think, and I've been predicting all week, watching my brothers, Tate and Big G, you know, on the Pump Your Brakes podcast and on the homies. I've came on every show and I've said the same thing. 38-10 Steeler win tonight. You know, definitely I said, and I hold tight to the fact that I think Kenny Pickett will throw 2 touchdowns to tight ends out of 12. I think Pickens will get one. I think this is the come out game for KP. Really want to see him do well. I think, honestly, if we're trying to get back in the thick of things for the division race, Steelers, we got to win this tonight. You know, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. Definitely got to happen.
You said 2 touchdowns. I said 2 touchdowns and 10 catches between all the tight ends.
Wow,
so we on the same page with that.
That's a lot. 10 catches?
Between Firemove, Darnell Washington, and Hayward, 10 catches between those 3. 10 with 2 touchdowns, dog.
So that means you're saying that Kenny's going to throw the ball at least 30, 40 times.
I don't know about that, but I like 10 catches.
30 times and be real efficient. Yep. Is what he needs to do. Tim, it's just my favorite T-shirt, Baltimore Orioles, man. My Reds finally won. They trying to give it away. They won today. Moz Braves is looking great. Acuna going to be the MVP.
Acuna's phenomenal.
G's Phillies is going to get a wild card. I might be the odd man out as far as baseball teams in the playoffs, man.
Man, it's going to hurt bad too.
I didn't say we
might make it, Tate.
I didn't say we. I did not say we. I said, you know, the Steelers. See, I'm not a hater. I'm a football lover. During the
he's a closet Steeler fan. Don't believe me. He's a closet.
I ain't never seen Ma draped in a Steeler blanket.
Yeah. No, I had to because I lost a bet. I would have had it. Man, it hurt too. It burnt my skin.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you, if there's any team that I secretly like and Pale love this one, it's the Bears. You know what I'm saying? If the Oilers were still around, I had an affinity for Tennessee when they moved from Houston. I mean, I love the Oilers, man. I love the Oilers colors. I even got an Earl Campbell jersey, man. I mean, listen, it is what it is, you know. But I'll say this. Here's what I'm gonna say. football has been footballing, and I love it. I love it, man. Football has been footballing this year. I love it. I want to say to you guys who just stick with us, who rock with us every week, please, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Make sure that you guys continue to like, subscribe, and share so that when we go live, you'll definitely get the notifications that we are here. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell them the KnoItAllZ are here, and we're about to do what we do. We want you guys to enjoy the game tonight. I'm telling you, it's about to go down. Roderick said 24-13 Raiders. I just don't think the Raiders.
He's about to get banned from the podcast, dog. We about to ban Junior, dog, because he's a hater. It's too much hate, man, for the Steelers, dog.
Yeah, I just don't think the Raiders have enough offensive bandwidth to do anything, against the Steelers defense. I just don't. And I think
Jimmy G ain't been sacked all year in 2 games.
Facts. He gonna get sacked tonight, though.
I guarantee he gonna catch
he gonna get sacked tonight. TJ Watt gonna light that boy up like a Christmas tree.
He gonna catch a couple tonight. Yeah. It's going down. Hey man, but look, again, like I said, I thank you guys for rocking with us. Thank you for being a part of KnoItAllZ Nation, man. We appreciate you. For myself, for Tate, and for Big G. Happy birthday, G. Birthday's on Tuesday. We love you, man. Celebrating God and you for a whole nother year with us, man.
I ain't telling you happy birthday, man. I'll talk to you on Tuesday.
We out of here. Peace.